The man who helped create OpenAI is now in court trying to destroy it. Elon Musk donated $44 million to build one of the most powerful AI companies in the world, on the promise it would never chase profit. Then Sam Altman took it public, valued it at $852 billion, and handed Microsoft a 27% stake. Now Musk wants it all undone. But here's the twist. In this fight, the world's richest man is the underdog.
Oakland, California, April 2026. The world watches as a federal courthouse becomes the battlefield for the future of AI. If you want to follow the trial of the century, make sure to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into the details of the case. Elon Musk arrives to face the company he helped birth, alleging a betrayal of charitable trust and unjust enrichment. On one side, the world's richest man. On the other, his former protege Sam Altman and the $852 billion giant OpenAI. Inside, Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers presides over what experts are calling the trial of the century. The goal isn't just money, it's to strip OpenAI of its for-profit armor and return it to its original non-profit roots. But to understand how we got to this courtroom, we have to go back to the beginning. A secret meeting in 2015, a $1 billion promise, and a mission to save humanity that ended in a $1 trillion war. Summer 2015. Silicon Valley was at a crossroads. The giants of tech were racing toward the holy grail of computing, artificial general intelligence. But Elon Musk was worried. He feared a unipolar world where a single company, Google, controlled the smartest mind on Earth. So, at a luxury hotel in Menlo Park, Sam Altman organized a secret dinner, a recruitment drive to save humanity from its own inventions. The vision was simple: a non-profit lab, unconstrained by profit, owned by no one, but working for everyone. $1 billion was pledged. When Altman sent the final mission plan to Musk, the response was 3 words: agree on all. OpenAI was born, a non-profit open-source counterweight to the for-profit giants, a laboratory for the good of the world. But even in those early days of hope, the seeds of a $1 trillion betrayal were already being sown. The mission was absolute: to advance digital intelligence for the benefit of humanity as a whole, unconstrained by the need for financial return. OpenAI didn't start in a corporate skyscraper. It began in the living room of CTO Greg Brockman, run with the intensity of a high-stakes startup. The technical soul of the company was Ilya Sutskever, a star researcher poached from Google by Musk himself in a move that shattered friendships. Musk offered him nearly $2 million to leave Google's security for an idealistic mission to save the world from rogue AI. Altman called it a Manhattan Project for AI. If the smartest mind on Earth was going to be built, the best people had to control it. Everything would be shared. Patents public. Code open. It was the ultimate dream of a transparent and safe future for artificial intelligence. But building the most powerful tech on Earth is the most expensive mission in history, and $1 billion, the dream hit a wall of reality. To reach AGI, OpenAI needed billions, and Elon Musk had a plan to get them. He proposed a total takeover. He would be the CEO, he would own the equity, and OpenAI would be absorbed into Tesla. But Altman and the other founders refused. They wouldn't trade the mission for Musk's absolute control. Unsealed diary entries from Greg Brockman reveal a team desperate to escape Musk's shadow, even if it meant financial ruin. Officially, Musk left to avoid conflicts with Tesla. Internally, it was a divorce that would change the course of human history. Upon leaving, Musk reportedly told the team their chance of success was 0. He walked away, and he took his billions with him. OpenAI was now independent, broke, and desperate. The stage was set for a pivot that would start a $1 trillion war. By 2019, the mission faced a brutal reality. Charitable donations couldn't pay the multi-million-dollar cloud computing bills required for AGI. The solution was a first-of-its-kind, capped profit structure, designed to attract billions in capital while keeping the non-profit mission at its core. Investors were promised a return, but only up to 100 times their investment. Everything beyond that would go back to the world. Then came the partnership that changed everything. Microsoft invested $1 billion, mostly in the form of massive computing power. Hidden in the deal was a historic clause. Once AGI is reached, all commercial rights revert back to the original nonprofit. Sam Altman became the full-time CEO. To prove his mission alignment, he chose to take 0 equity in the new for-profit company. With billions in funding and unlimited computing power, OpenAI was no longer a lab, it was a machine, and the world was about to feel its impact. On November 30th, 2022, OpenAI released a research preview called ChatGPT. It was intended to be a quiet launch, but the world had other plans. 1 million users in 5 days, 100 million in 2 months. It was the fastest-growing consumer application in the history of the internet. 4 months later, GPT-4 arrived. It wasn't just a chatbot anymore. It was passing the bar exam in the 90th percentile and processing the world through text and images. The explosion triggered a code red at Google. The search giant was suddenly in a race to protect its trillion-dollar empire from a small San Francisco startup. Microsoft doubled down, investing another $10 billion and securing its position as the exclusive cloud for the world's most powerful AI. By mid-2023, Altman was testifying before the US Senate, warning that if this technology goes wrong, it could go quite wrong. OpenAI was no longer just a company, it was a global phenomenon on a path to $1 trillion valuation. But fame comes with a price. Friday, November 17, 2023. At noon, the tech world was shaken. A single blog post announced that Sam Altman was out. The board accused him of a lack of candor. For 5 days, the world's most powerful AI company was in a total freefall. Microsoft was blindsided. Satya Nadella moved instantly, offering to hire Altman and every single OpenAI employee who wanted to follow him. Then came the revolt. Over 700 employees, 95% of the company, threatened to quit unless the board resigned. In a stunning reversal, even Ilya Sutskever signed the letter, publicly admitting he deeply regretted his participation in the board's actions. By Wednesday, it was over. Altman returned as CEO, the board was replaced, and the rebels had won. The coup failed to stop Altman, but it succeeded in showing the world the war inside OpenAI's soul. The trust was permanently broken. By April 2026, the 26-count complaint has been narrowed to 2 core questions. Did OpenAI betray a charitable trust, and did its leaders improperly enrich themselves? Musk argues his $44 million donation was an irrevocable gift to humanity, not a seed investment for a for-profit wealth machine. The entire war hinges on a single definition: artificial general intelligence. According to the deal, once AGI is reached, Microsoft's license ends. Musk's team claims the threshold has already been crossed. They point to GPT-4's human-level performance as proof that the pre-AGI era is over. OpenAI's defense is blunt. They call the suit sour grapes from a former founder who is now a direct competitor with his own AI company, xAI. Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers has given each side just 22 hours to present their case to an advisory jury that will help decide the future of the company. But the trial is revealing more than just legal theories. It's unearthing a paper trail of secret emails that the world was never meant to see. As the trial enters its second week, the court has unsealed a trove of thousands of internal documents, exposing the private thoughts of the men building our future. The most damaging evidence: Greg Brockman's personal diary. In 2017, he wrote, "If we're doing a B Corp, then it was a lie." The notes reveal a leadership team desperate to escape Musk's control, even while they continued to accept his tens of millions in donations. Then, there is Shivan Zelas, the Elon whisperer. Court records suggest she acted as a secret conduit, feeding internal OpenAI intel back to Musk. The emails show a relationship in collapse, from Altman calling Musk his hero to Musk warning that the very fate of civilization was at stake. OpenAI's defense points to Musk's own emails, where he pushed to merge the company into Tesla, arguing his fight isn't for the mission, it's for control. The paper trail is clear, but the verdict is anything but. We are now in the final countdown to the decision that will define the era of AGI. The trial is nearing its end. A 9-person jury has heard the evidence, but the final remedies lie in the hands of Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers. A victory for Altman would pave the way for a $1 trillion IPO, validating OpenAI's new hybrid corporate structure. But if Musk wins, the court could order a total reversal, unwinding the for-profit machine and returning OpenAI to its purely charitable roots. Even now, the original nonprofit holds a stake worth $130 billion, potentially creating the largest philanthropic endowment in human history. The final safeguard remains the AGI clause. Once AGI is reached, the commercial era ends, and the technology belongs to everyone. This isn't just about 2 men in a courtroom. It's about setting the global precedent for how we govern the most powerful technology ever created. The verdict will decide more than just the future of OpenAI. It will decide the future of the human race.